How's it going, everybody?
You guys saw Harley when we came in.
Shop dog.
Okay, so these guys want to see. These guys want to see stuff that we do in our shop.
They want to see shit getting done.
No. They want to see what we can do in here.
Okay.
So we're gonna take them around the corner over there, a little sneaky peek, and show them a project that we did for a customer.
Here's the camera.
He does.
Look, there you go.
Hi, buddy. Say hi. So give them a little bit of what they're about to see with the project that you're
We're going to take a guy's older car that he has that he's really fond of, and he likes the car. He's not liking the way it's performing. So what we're going to do is chop it off right behind the driver's compartment and do a whole new back half. Upgraded monoshock suspension with our 4-link brackets, everything that we do, swing arm shock, new motor plates from the driver's compartment back.
So we would call that a back half. You're going to do a back half?
Basically.
Okay, so how do you know where to cut it? Because they're about to see you with a grinder just woo, going to town.
Just take a educated guess. We
That's
look
confident.
No, we take measurements about how wide it is, how long it's going to be, where the best place to splice it in is, where there's going to be the less amount of
bend?
No, not bend.
Flex?
Less amount of probability of breaking. How's that?
Okay.
So we figure out, like, strength wise, where it would be best. You know, if we splice here, it's going to grab this upright, it's going to grab this diagonal, so we know that this part will work together with this part. So after deducting all that and figuring out where we want to cut it, we go to town and cut the shit out of it.
And all the guys are looking at you because you just take this zip wheel and just
you gotta start cutting.
And you don't care. So they're taking all the stuff off the front and you're cutting it up where you need to. And then you have this little thingy that you were like rubbing it with. I don't know what you were doing.
She's talking about my little thingy and rubbing it. Guys, this ain't the right video. Sorry.
Cut. No.
But anyway,
we
clean the powder coat off. We got a belt sander and a tube sander, actually, that we go around and clean the powder coat off, square all the ends up and deburr everything, so it's all good, clean metal, ready to start welding. So once we start that, we get it all cleaned up, everything cut off we want to cut off. Then we go to the jig, we build the back half of the car on the jig. We take the front half of the car and put it on the jig. And this car was a little bit difficult, whatever you want to call it, because it's not one of our cars. So like the fixturing and stuff wasn't exactly right. So our jig, luckily, everything removes. So we remove everything, we put the car on the jig, we straighten it up, we line it up, center it, get everything where we want it, clamp it down, and then we attach the two. And once we get the two attached, go. We pull out the jig, final weld it, and it's ready for a body then.
you imagine if I had this when I was 20? Better yet, I got it when I'm 50. Woo!
Extras on it. Well, they're gonna see you beating on it with a hammer, but you everybody thinks it's all just gonna fit, like, oh, just put a new body on there, and he always yells at me because I'm like, what's the big deal? Just do it.
His nose happened to be almost 2 inches wider in the front of the car than our standard car, so our nose wouldn't exactly fit. So what we had to do is we had to slice the car, move a few things up front, change the front bars the way everything worked so that we could get the nose fit relatively easy. We still had to cut the nose, splice it, open it up, do a little body work to get it because we didn't want to cut all the frame rails off the front of the car.
Right.
We just had to modify a little bit in the front. And for him and fixed a few things on the chassis. It was broke.
Well, we put an American body on it, so
yeah,
he loved the way the bodies look, so he wanted one of those bodies on there. And then, of course, we put all the Penske shock and the Mosier housing and all that stuff on there.
Brakes.
Yep. I think we even put a seat cover in there. He sent me pictures of he just had a little boy, and so he sent me pictures.
Baby,
yeah, with the baby. And then
stripped the whole car, repowder coated the whole car. In-house, everything was done. I think we used his old pans. We stripped all of his stuff, so everything was put back together as a brand new car. Steering shafts were redone, all the front spindles, tie rod, everything on the car. So it's basically a brand new car, ready to go race.
So this is an option that people ask us all the time because some people are married to their car, like you and that Chevy too, never getting rid of it.
Nope.
So they don't want to purchase a new car, but they want to do some upgrades because, you know, hardtails are not really a thing anymore. And
well, even the older Americans that we built, you know, some of the upgraded tabs and stuff we've come up with.
Oh, the stuff you've changed.
Right, you know, we've come up with some really cool stuff. The bodies get beat up, some tabs break here and there, whatever. So it's a good program that we're going to start, that will take your car, basically bring it in, strip it down, de-wire it, put a new style dash in it, whatever you want to do, new motor plates, clean it up, powder coat it, fix anything that's broke, re-powder coat it, wire it, new body. So you basically can walk out of here with a brand new car, ready to go race and not spend the money that you would have had to build a new car. It's something I've wanted to do for a while now, and it's just something I think that, you know, to me, the Dragster is a tool. We build them, we sell them, we race them, love them, absolutely love everything about them, very competitive. But like, what I don't realize is that it's for sale all the time. But like my Chevy too, I love that thing. So for me to bring it in, and I basically did that this winter. We cut the rear end out, put new brackets in it, new rear end housing, and all this stuff. So I'm thinking, why can't we do that to Dragster? If you love that car, we can make that car better, nicer, 100% new again.
Well, because you're always...
And you don't have the money you do have building a new one. Plus the time-wise, we can get that in
faster,
because you're already done. You know what I mean? So I can pull it in, the guys strip it down, take the wiring out, put the new panels in it. I build a new body, and basically go get a strip, powder coat, and you're ready to go. You know?
Yeah, and it's an option for somebody who doesn't have the funds for a brand new or doesn't want to wait for on the wait list, but it's something they can do that would help them. And you are constantly coming up with new ideas. I laugh when I see...
You don't like them all, but
I don't. No. I mean, sometimes I'm like, really? But the 19 that we just had in here, compared to the 21s and 22s that came off, the difference in those is... I mean, people say I want exactly the same as my last car. I'm like, dude, that was 4 years ago. It's not even...
Every day.
It's not even the same car anymore.
We strive to improve every day.
That's awesome. The phone's ringing because somebody needs travel.
That's where my phone sits all day in case you call me and I can't get a hold of it. It's right there. So it's never in my pocket.
Guys.
Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. We'll have more. If you don't, we won't. Okay?